Hello Capricorns, welcome to this channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you all are doing well. This is your full moon reading. This full moon is happening in the sign of Virgo. It's on the 14th. Let's see what's coming through for your sign. You can use this for your sun, moon and rising signs. If Capricorn is your sun sign, remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. Okay. Now let's see what's coming through for you. So Capricorns, your cards are Seven of Swords. This came through for Taurus as well. Maybe Taurus and you. That's this is devil is ruled by your sign, so that's your energy. I'm not saying you are a devil or anything, but King of Wands. King of Wands is fire element, fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy coming through, and you have Star. Star is ruled by Aquarius, and you have High Priestess. Another major arcana card. So 3 major arcana cards, and then you have Three of Swords as well. Three of Swords came through for Librans. Okay. All right. So this is the energy you are moving into. Okay. High Priestess and the Star. All right. So let's see what's going on. Seven of Swords, Devil, and King of Wands. With Seven of Swords, it feels like Capricorns, you are not being... So something to ask yourself. Okay, let me not assume, okay? So ask yourself if you are being direct and if you are being... if you are being direct in your communication, okay? So it looks like, there is something you want to talk about, but you are not sharing it. You are keeping things to yourself. So that's the Three of Swords energy, okay? So you are not sharing it. So it could be your personal life, family members, friendships, work. So wherever this is showing up, so just know if that is actually helping you or if it's hurting you. Okay, so not gonna say much about this, but yeah, just letting you know what's going on. And on the other hand, it feels like you are actually there is a need for you to let go of certain things. So it could be something, a commitment. So maybe now it's kind of getting suffocating, So again, it could be a partnership, a collaboration, it could be work related, or it could also be, friendships, groups you belong to, personal life, things like that. So there is a commitment, and it's kind of weighing heavily on you, and there is a need for you to let go of certain things. But again, that conversation needs to happen. That's what I'm getting with these two cards here, okay? On the other hand, this is also habits, beliefs. Sometimes what happens is we don't talk about things in order to maintain peace, but then that only makes the situation worse. So know what is this all about, how important this is. It all depends upon the situation. So sometimes it's not that important, so we don't even want to do anything. But if this is something that's important, that you want to do what needs to be done, take action, that's important. And here, that is what I am seeing here, you releasing something. With Star, there is a major release happening, and it's also about you this is solitude, this is silence, this is you taking some time away, taking a break, and in order to connect with yourself, this is you releasing all kinds of dependencies and being okay with wherever you are, whatever it is that you are doing, things like that. And it's also like you are being okay with your own vulnerabilities. You are, it could be that you are letting yourself, you are openly sharing and you are okay with your vulnerabilities. That's what I'm seeing here. And with the star, um, yes, there is a meditative quality to this energy. It could be that you are going on a retreat, or it could be that you are spending some time alone reflecting on things. Dreams, this is also high intuitive energy, psychic awareness. So this is like you connecting with yourself, Capricorns, your higher self. And you're also, getting some messages and insights and things like that. So pay attention to signs, synchronicities, what you are seeing, hearing, dreams, intuition, things like that. And it's also like, if yeah, your guides being around here, your guide ancestors, um, their energy is also around here. And so pay attention to your dreams, because you might receive some important messages in your dreams. See, high priestess. High priestess is moon's energy. We are reading for full moon. So just be aware of what's happening around the full moon time. High priestess is also about high intuition, and this is you going through a transition. So it could be that you are in between things. So for some of you, it may have something to do with your spiritual journey. You becoming more aware of certain things, um, you know, higher consciousness, understanding, higher understanding, and things like that. On the other hand, it could be something in your, something to do with your career. Maybe you are in between jobs, or relationships, things like that. So certain things may seem kind of uncertain. However, the clarity will come. Okay. So it's all about remaining optimistic and finding that right balance is important. Yeah, creating some kind of balance in your life. It also has to do with our thoughts, our emotions. Like for instance, if something is making you sad, it's also about looking for what you are, what you are grateful for. All right. So yes, so I'm not worried about these energies, because you are releasing it. This is what's coming afterwards. On the other hand, while you are going through it, what I want to say is, yes, communication is extremely important. We are also going into retrograde season, so there is, misunderstandings, miscommunication. That is something that happens during retrograde season. So this is also a chance for us to revisit a situation and see things in a totally different light, so healing can happen. This energy also has to do with healing. So something to do with your personal relationships, or it could also be your relationship with yourself. All those things, emotions that you may be holding on to, like guilt, regret, or past, something to do with your past experiences. If you are still holding on to it, then it will come to the surface. It will show up in your current relationships, or the the experiences that you are coming across. So know that this is actually making you aware of what you are still, what you may be still holding on to. So now there is an opportunity for you to release and let go, bless the experiences, and let it go, right? So again, some deep spiritual significance. I'm saying this because you have two cards that has to do with spirituality, and your connection with yourself. All right, so there is this devil's energy. So this may have something to do with what you are focusing on. So too much thinking, Capricorns, something that you are like obsessive thinking. It may have something to do with a project you are working on. When we are passionate about something, then that's the only thing we think about, right? All the things we need to do, we have to do, and things like that. So that could be something that's occupying your mind. On the other hand, this also has to do with relationships, habits, patterns, work situation, things like that. So no, whatever the situation is, something that you are, that's occupying your head space, know if it's actually helping you. If yes, how is it helping you? Okay, so is there something like, is there a better way to do things? That is something to be aware of, because you don't want to, you know let it affect your health. So what needs to go? So, and also know whatever the situation is, how you are feeling about things, if you are feeling a sense of freedom, or if you are feeling burdened. Okay, so that's an indication what needs to happen in order for you to free yourself from whatever this situation is. For some of you guys, it could just be, boredom, or laziness, or it could be that there are things you want to do, but you don't you are not feeling inspired, you are not feeling that energy. If that is the case, King of Wands is right next to it. So you are moving from this to this. This is about taking things in your own hands and being in charge, being in control, and taking initiative, being bold, being assertive, and asking for what you want, staying more organized in your life, and focusing on your priorities, building something, creating something. So that's the reason why I said I'm not much worried about these two cards, because this is the energy you are moving into. Okay, so whatever this situation is that is kind of not healthy, you are releasing it. You are doing what needs to be done here. And on the other hand, Capricorns, this also has to do with conditioning, what our perceptions, like how we see and understand things. Everything in our life. So this is my theory, okay? I strongly believe that every experience that we come across in our everyday life, it could be people in your life, it could be, situations, work, all the daily stuff that we have to go through. Everything has, like, there is duality, right? There is, there is, if we look for positives, then we will find positives. But if we are looking for, what I want to say is, I'm not getting the right words. So everything has, like, both, a positive side and a negative side, right? The positive sides make us feel inspired, energetic, and yeah, energetic, right? And the other side makes us feel kind of, we feel stuck, we feel exhausted, tired, things like that. So I think it has to do with the way we are perceiving our situations, people in our life, our experiences. So something that makes us feel comfortable, it's we perceive it as healthy, good, things like that, right? And something, if certain things are not that comfortable, then that becomes a big challenge, a Herculean task, and things like that. So I think it may have something to do with the way we see ourselves, our potential, our abilities, and also, like, what something to do with our understanding, things like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if that makes sense. But again, just my theory. Okay, so if we look for blessings, if we look for the positives, we will find it. So, for instance, like, it could be, um, maybe, like, it's not about, it could be something that you are doing on an everyday basis, right? Our task, our responsibilities, and sometimes things get like, when this is something that we are doing every single day, it becomes a little bit boring, because we know how to do it, and then things just becomes robotic, and we lose interest, and things just becomes like burdensome, right? uh, because it's not that intellectually stimulating. We know what to do, we know how to do things, so there is nothing, we don't have to apply our mind, think about things, and we are just automatically going through the whole process. Then it becomes like a little bit boring. On the other hand, if it's up to us, we can also make it more interesting. It's not about what we are doing, it's about how we are doing things, right? So, just an example, for some of you guys, it could be something different. Like, for instance, your relationships, a home situation, roommate situation, things like that. So, but what I want to say is, you are coming across some new understanding, new insights, and that is helping you move in the right direction and release whatever this heaviness is. All right, now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards for you. It's a great time if you want to change things up. It could be your routine. It could be, if you want to do something differently, get out of that comfort zone. And that is what you guys are doing here. Being in charge. All right. So, Capricorns, your message is infinite supply. All right. So, the message is, you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Yes, there is nothing to worry about. Okay, let me read this out to you. This has to do with, reciprocity, giving and receiving. So maybe, like, if this has something to do with relationships, know if that reciprocity is there. How are you feeling about things? Do you feel a sense of freedom and joy, or do you feel kind of as if you are stuck? If yes, then what needs to happen? Do you need to have that conversation instead of, keeping things to yourself? Or do you need to seek a third party perspective, something like that? And for some Capricorns out there, what I'm also getting is, whatever it is that you guys are going through, there is a third person involved. I'm not sure, this may not resonate with everybody, but it feels like there is a third party who is involved, and that could be the reason why things are becoming a little bit hard here. So know who you are listening to, who you are trusting, things like that. That's important to know. So reciprocity in relationship is important. If that's not there, maybe looks like you are letting it go. Okay, said now. This is an abundant universe filled with more than enough for everyone. Yet, the energy format of this planet is about polarities. In this instance, it's about giving and receiving. The key is to balance the two. If you only give, you will feel drained, resentful, and experience lack. If you only receive, you won't enjoy what you have. Balance comes from fearlessly giving as you are guided, and then receiving with joy and gratitude. It's exactly like breathing. Both the inhale and the exhale are identically important. Practice giving and receiving daily, and you will never want for anything. All right. Something happened, so I have to redo this, just this portion. So let me read this out to you just one more time. So the message is your needs will always, let me start from the beginning. Okay. Don't worry about the future. Know that you will always have enough to eat. Your needs will always be provided for. Spend time at the ocean, swim with the dolphins, move to a beach or island community, go swimming, sailing, or surfing. Give time or money to a cause that protects the ocean. Sedna is the Inuit, Eskimo, and Alaskan goddess of the sea who provides sustenance for the body and the soul. Sedna lost the tips of her fingers in a tragic boating accident, and the digits transformed into whales, seals, and other sea creatures. As a result, Sedna is intimately connected with the ocean's inhabitants. Call upon her for plentiful supplies, especially for your family. Sedna can also help you with any ocean related ventures, including interacting with whales and dolphins. She is very appreciative of those who give time, money, or efforts to protect the sea and its creatures. Yes, it could be that you are going, you are taking a break, going on a vacation, spending time near water. Water has healing properties. So spending time near water or, sea salt baths and staying hydrated will be highly beneficial during this period. And on the other hand, this is also reminding you, Capricorns, stop worrying about things, know what's important, things like that. So do you, if there is something, the cards are just reminding you to let go. And on the other hand, before you make any commitments, before you make any promises, just know that you might have to find some excuses and so know before you make any commitment, just know if this is something you want to do, if this is something you can do, and things like that, because this also has to do with taking additional responsibilities. So no, this period again has to do with creating some kind of balance in your life, so you can focus on yourself. Self-care is important. Doing something for yourself is important, and looks like that is also something that some of you guys are doing here. There is like, looks like there is something you want to do for yourself, but you are feeling guilty because that is maybe you will have to go away with your friends or something like that, or it could be something else, whatever it is, like maybe there are certain things you want to do for yourself and you are not feeling good about it. So just be aware of that, and what kind of emotions you are entertaining and things like that. So, and the cards are asking you to just take it easy, don't worry too much about things, and keep, like I said in the beginning, if there is something, keep letting it go. Okay. And so you can travel light, and that is exactly what you guys are doing here. So all right, and what else? Yes, just be aware. So this is something to do with data security, information, so safety, security, things like that. So just protect what is important for you. Okay, So that is also something that I wanted to remind you guys. Protect what is meaningful, what is important for you. All right, Capricorns, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if the messages resonated. Share with whoever needs to hear these messages. And if there is something you want to share with me, put that in the comment section. It will be nice to hear from you. And what else? Please take good care of yourself. And I will see you in my next reading. Bye-bye.